indicate by the raise of your hand if you have a question. Big Tony will call on you when it's your turn. We take it one after the other. And please, when you're called upon, please go straight to the question and ask your question. We appreciate the pleasantries that usually come. But again, we really don't have much time for that. Just go straight to the question and ask your question. And then secondly, if the question has been asked, please, there's no need repeating it, except there are a few gray areas that are not clear to you, which we'll do the best we can to shed further light on. And please also ensure that while the Q&A segment is ongoing, pay attention to the questions and the answers that are following, so that we don't have a situation where we are repeating questions. Having said that, I'd like to call on Big Tony to please kick it rolling. Big Tony. Is Big Tony there? Big Tony, your mic is unmuted, but I can't hear you.
I think he's having audio
okay,
challenge.
While we wait for Big Tony, let me call on Michael. Yeah, perhaps he has audio challenge. Michael, can you ask your question? Unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hello.
Good evening, Michael.
Hello. Thank you for your presentation. Last question. How will someone invest and how much do you invest? Hello?
Michael, I didn't quite hear you. Can you ask your question again? Big Tony, please hold on. Michael is speaking.
I said, my question is, how will someone invest and how much, I mean, the minimum amount that the person will use now to invest?
You're asking the minimum amount, right?
Yes, sir. And how can I invest?
I didn't hear the second part of your question, but you asked how the minimum amount. The minimum amount is between $20 and $30. All right, that's 0.05 Ethereum, and the current price of Ethereum is somewhere in the range of about 430, 435. So the minimum amount you can start off with is somewhere between $20 and $30. That's the much of your questions that I heard. I didn't know whether you're asking how do you sign up. If you need to sign up, please, you would need to go back to the person who invited you. That person will provide you the step-by-step procedure and give you his or her referral link to join. That's the easiest way to go about it. I hope that has been helpful, Michael.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Michael. Let's go over to Samson 45. Samson 45.
Hello.
Good evening, Samson.
Good evening, sir. Hello.
Please go ahead with your question. We can hear you.
Yeah, sir, I want to know how they do the withdrawal.
It's the same way you buy your Ethereum, all right? If you bought Ethereum through the exchange or through a local vendor, you want to sell, you also sell to them, all right? You don't do withdrawal from Forsage. All the earnings that come to you go straight to your wallet. So what you want to do with it from your wallet is entirely your choice. You want to keep it in your wallet and secure. It's your choice. If you want to convert it to your local currency, you can sell it the same way you bought it.
Okay. So
Samson,
many
I believe that has answered you.
Yes, sir. Please, I want to ask again. Many you can convert the Ethereum to cash.
Absolutely. Because you have vendors, you have local vendors, and then you have exchanges that are global brands. You can either buy and sell at Rebitano, buy and sell on Luno if you're in Africa. You also have localbitcoin.com. You can buy and sell there. We also have people, if you're within Nigeria, we have Ada and Adeswa. They're in our Telegram group. You can patronize them. They are reliable. Sorry, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Samson.
Thank you,
can
sir.
we go over to Latif Issa? Latif Issa, please can you unmute your mic and ask your question? If Latif can't unmute his mic, maybe we'll go over to Clement Ekbo. Clement Ekbo, can you unmute your mic?
Hello.
Or Latif? Latif is ready?
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
please hold on for Latif. Latif, please go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, Latif.
Yeah, please. I bought my Ethereum at a exorbitant rate. Please, where can I buy it at a lower rate? That is my first question.
Ethereum is actually
My
very expensive
question,
right now.
I've activated 3 slots now in X4 and 1 slot in X3. Which slot do you think I should activate it more in order to have payments? Or in order to have
what?
something in my account at first? That is the reason I'm asking.
Okay, Latif, if you look at those slots, you will realize that each slot that you bought is twice as expensive as the previous slot. And
Yes.
if you keep buying higher slots, you're spending much more money on every slot that you acquire. It's the same way earnings come to you. All right, you invest higher on every slot, you earn higher on every higher slot. So every higher slot you buy gives you an opportunity to earn much more. So if you've bought up to level 3 of X4, you have the capacity to buy much more. Please go ahead and do so. But if you want to wait for earnings that you're going to get by recruiting participants to your business, that's equally fine. That's an organic growth approach that you are adopting. So, but you know, what I would suggest to you is don't sit on your hands. Go out and recruit people, bring it to your business as you're earning. Please go ahead and continuously upgrade, because the beauty of Forsage is in the upgrade. If you keep earning every $10, every $15 that comes to you, you remember a snack you want to buy, you're not going to grow. All right, so compound your earnings, buy higher levels. If you don't want to compound your earnings, you have money out of pocket to acquire higher levels, by all means, please go ahead and do so. But please also be ready to do your recruitment as people join your business, as you also help them to grow. Both of you, all of you work collaboratively, your business continues to grow. So that's it, Latif. Okay, can we have Clement Ekbo?
Hello. Hello.
Is Clement Ekbo ready for us? Okay, if Clement is not ready, can we have Balogo?
No, I'm ready.
Okay,
Hello?
Clement is ready?
Yes. Okay, good evening, team. My question is simple. I want to find out if you refer someone and probably maybe you were in level 4, and then the person that you refer happens to grow to level 6. How do you manage that?
Sorry, if the person overtakes you, is that what you mean?
Yes, yes.
If the person overtakes you, understand that the particular transaction in which that person overtook you, you have lost that earning, all right? So unless you eventually catch up again, then subsequent transactions are taking place on that particular slot from that individual, like repurchase and reinvestment of that slot can come to you. But at the point at which that person overtook you, you lost the earning. That's why you see that yellow caution sign appear on your screen telling you that you have lost money and that you need to upgrade.
Okay. And again, the last one, how can we have
Yeah, so the last one. How can we get? How can I get this training module so that maybe one on his leisure time can go through it?
Sorry about we've made promises 2 days in a row now, and we haven't been able to keep to that. We apologize for that. That's because of the technical hitches we had. Were the sessions recorded? Absolutely, they were recorded. We hope that even this one is also being recorded. We hope to be able to make this available to all participants as quickly as possible. Please bear with us. We apologize for that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, can we have Balogun Ethereum? Hello, Mr. Balogun, are you there?
Hello, Big Tony. Good evening.
This is Hilary Balogun.
Oh, Hilary, good evening. How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, I want to appreciate your effort. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for all the knowledge.
We're waiting for you, Mr. Balogun.
Yes, can you hear me, Hilary?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, Balogun. Go ahead.
Okay, so there's something I observed like 2 days while I attempted to log in into my my Forsage my portal. I observed that there was this headline, even though she told me that it was a maintenance thing, you know, and the error was because one of the reasons why I decided to invest in Forsage was because I learned that it's fully decentralized and it can be shut down. You know, so the error was saying at one point at the middle, I saw something like Amsterdam, then the other one showed the host failed or something. So that got me, even this morning it happened again. I attempted to go back into my account, even though I've been able to go in and back and forth, you know, but that's flashed something in my mind, like what's going on.
Hello,
Okay.
Balogun.
So I said I was going to ask you,
Can you hear
Hilary,
me?
if you on the Telegram group 2 days ago. Yes, I can hear you. Hello, should I continue?
Okay. All right, let me address that particular issue. All right.
Okay.
Now, when we say that Forsage is immutable, it's a smart contract that you cannot modify. That remains absolutely sacrosanct. It's a smart contract. It's on the blockchain. You cannot modify it. Now, but for you and I to be able to do things on the blockchain, you have a web interface, which is what you and I can see, where we can copy our referral link and then monitor what's going on the blockchain. The blockchain wasn't tampered with, cannot be tampered with. Your smart contract cannot be tampered with. The web interface, it is just like a website that gives you access to what is going on at the back end. That's where you can click on something and a transaction takes place beneath. All right. So what you're seeing on the surface is what needed upgrade and enhancement. The functionalities needed to be enhanced. If you look at it now, for those who understand that there is a bot that has been placed on your enhanced to be able to give you notifications such that you get things like alert each time you earn. That has been put in place, and a few other features have been put there because the web interface can be modified. All right, the web interface can be modified, but the smart contract cannot be modified. And if you take out the web, people can still do transactions. All right, there's a way to do transactions on the blockchain, and I forwarded that process to the people in the Telegram group, but I advise them not to use it because it will be a bit technical for everyone. All right.
Okay.
Even for some of us, we found it a bit difficult to navigate. So we won't throw that, make that available to everybody, so they don't mess up their own their wallet transaction histories. Okay. But that's to point to you that even if that website is completely taken out, Forsage can still run because the smart contract exists on the blockchain. But what we need to know is that the Forsage web interface is being prepared to be migrated to the, what do you call it, interplanetary file transfer system. What that means is that interplanetary file transfer system is a decentralized web kind of thing. Just like if you have the regular websites, you have Google, for instance, those things can be taken off and shut down. But once you migrate them to the interplanetary file transfer system, it cannot be shut down. So blockchain cannot be tampered with. When the web interface is also moved to the interplanetary file transfer system, it also stays untouchable. All right?
Wow.
I hope that has put things in perspective for you.
Yes, it has. It has. It sounds quite deep, really. Because then secondly, I was about to say, I don't know whether I can go on.
Please go on.
Yes, I was about to say that I don't know whether there is a platform where upliners that have been in this business for some time need to be talked to. You know, in my few weeks of being around, I've observed that you see downliners that are struggling, they don't understand the business. So these upliners just come and tell them some stories about them getting spillovers, and they abandon these people. You know, so upliners should understand that it's not just enough to go out there or tell someone to come into the business. Then you leave them. They don't understand how it works. They don't understand where to go from where they are. And the upliner is somewhere existing where I don't know. So upliners should take responsibility for their downliners. It's not enough.
Balogun, please go ahead. Please
okay, yes, there was an interruption there. That was why I stopped. Okay, so I don't know whether Hillary, you need to address that, or our great speaker needs to address that also. That upliners need to take responsibility for their downliners. It's not just enough to get them registered. It's also important to get them established. Then lastly, you mentioned about Telegram. 2 days ago in the morning, somebody came out on the Telegram group to say that Forsage was a waste of time, and we were all there wasting our time, that he was investing his money directly in cryptocurrency. Early in the morning, the person came and made that comment on the Telegram group, and I called that person out in the morning, and I told that person that if we were wasting our time, that is our business, that he was not supposed to come to the Telegram group where people were communicating, but suddenly I observed that I couldn't reach that Telegram group anymore. I don't know what happened, but Hillary, I think you should check the records of our discussion there. There was nothing I said wrong. I just called that guy out for coming to that platform to say that we're wasting our time, and I told him that what he said was wrong. Thank you so much.
Oh, Balogun, thank you very much. Firstly, let me address the issue of the Telegram, the guy who came out to speak. I'm sorry if you were exited in error, all right? I think that must have been a huge, huge mistake, because I personally took that guy off that, the group, because he was being unreasonable. There's no need trying to reason with an unreasonable man, okay? So I may have inadvertently taken you out of the group without knowing. Perhaps you just chat me. I'll find a way to add you back to the group. I'm so sorry about that. And thank you. What you said about upliners grooming their downliners is absolutely spot on. We can't say it enough. The truth of the matter is, our Telegram group contains just slightly less than 3,000 persons at the moment. There are other Telegram groups that have higher numbers, all right? And I've seen sometimes, I see what they do there. It's a massacre, more or less. There's no care, there's no welfare. People just dump people on the platform and abandon them. What we need to also realize is that we have a mix of, it's for our Telegram group, it's a mixed multitude. Many of the participants in our Telegram group are our downliners. We also have many others who are not our direct downliners. They are not in our structure, who found their way into our Telegram group. Some of them are victims in other groups where they are not nurtured, and they come there. We do the best we can to straighten things for them. The much we can do as individuals is to keep appealing that upliners do what they need to do. I had a conversation with an upliner today who seems to have about 13 people signed up under him. And the upliner was asking preliminary questions, which I assume the upliner should have known. And I asked the upliner, when last did you participate in the Zoom call? She simply told me that was at the end of June. All right, so the entire July, she wasn't on the Zoom call. The entire August, she hasn't been on the Zoom call. And I'm like, so how have you been recruited? These are the kinds of people that go out and tell you, once you buy slots, or level 1 to 4, you just sit down. Money go just they full your account. All right. But you know, that's what they do, unfortunately. And then it comes back, they come back here we are saddled with the responsibility of having to reshape the orientation. So that's the much we can do is to continue to talk, like you advised, and we won't get tired of talking. Thank you so much, Balogun. I really appreciate your contribution. Okay, so can we go on to Bless 351 now? Bless351@gmail.com.
Yeah, okay, I've been muted. Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to know how to register somebody.
Okay.
By myself. I don't want to go.
Okay, you don't want to go through your upliner. Are you in the Telegram or WhatsApp group?
Do it myself.
Are you in the Telegram or WhatsApp group?
No, I'm not. I'm in the WhatsApp group, but I'm not in the Telegram group.
Okay, please, can you find your way to the Telegram group?
Can you send me the link? Can you send me the link?
All right. I don't know if the link was provided tonight. Is Julian on the call? I don't know if he has provided the link. Usually we do that nightly. We provide the link on the chat here, but I haven't seen that link. Okay. Excuse me, but what you can do is when you get to Telegram, just look for Forsage Smart Millionaires. The Smart Millionaires is a compound word, hyphenated, smart-millionaires. All right, and then you join the group. When you join the group, smart-millionaires, yes. So once you join the group, ask for that video. There's a video, a YouTube video that shows you how to sign up without the help of your upliner. All right.
Okay.
Or you can, for convenience sake, you can also go to YouTube and type in Forsage registration without the help of your upline. You will see a lot of videos there that you can watch that will guide you.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. Okay, can we move on to Rosie Yu? Rosie? Is Rosie there? While we're getting ready for Rosie, can Waziri get ready? Rosie?
Hello. Yeah, good evening,
Rosie's
everyone.
not there.
I'm here.
Good evening, Rosie.
Can you hear me,
please? Go ahead.
All right, thank you.
Yes, we
good
can.
Evening, everyone. So I'm quite new here.
Good evening.
I just joined today, but I've not registered yet. So I wanted, maybe it's something I need to ask the person who referred me, like the minimum number of slots or things like, what's the minimum number of slots you can advise one to start off with?
All right, minimum slots at the point of registration is 1 slot at X3, 1 slot at X4, and that's about 0.05 Ethereum, which costs somewhere about $20 to $30. That's just the basic minimum requirement for sign up. Excuse me, for someone who wants to deliberately grow his business, somewhere around conservatively 3 slots on X3, 4 slots on about 4 or 5 slots on X4. All right. If you can do as many as 6 slots on X4, that would be fantastic. So again, it depends on the size of your pocket. Sorry about that noise. It depends on the size of your pocket. So it's about what you can afford. If you can buy all the way to slot 7, slot 8, beautiful. And do the best you can to get your prospects to replicate what you have done.
Okay, so if I register today and I get somebody who I'm referring to also register, would it earn, or is there a time limit I need to wait before they register under me?
No, instantly. You start to earn from the point where people join your business, all right? There's no time lag, there's no delays. But again, you need to understand how the X4 matrix works. Like the presenter said, Martin, he said on X4, there are 6 slots behind, 6 circles behind each slot. Positions A and B, you don't earn on that. So the first 2 persons you may recruit, If they fall into that positions A and B, you're not going to make earnings from there.
Okay.
But if they fall into C, D, and E, yes, definitely you will earn from there.
All right. All right. Thank you. Maybe for other things, I might have to.
Thank you, Rosie.
Ask my referral. All right. Thank you.
You can ask your upline, and then you can do yourself a bigger favor by watching more videos on YouTube as well.
On YouTube.
Because I can guarantee you there are a few things your upliner will not know, but you can discover them on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Rosie. Yeah. Can we move on to Waziri now? Waziri Haman. Waziri, is Waziri ready? Please move on. We're moving on to HTC Desire. Is HTC Desire available? HTC Desire 820. Is not ready. Jessica Foxy Brown. Jessica Foxy Brown.
I'm here.
Can you unmute your mic?
Yes. Good evening, sir.
All right, fine.
Yes, I'm new here.
Good evening, Jessica.
Yes, I'm new here actually. My question is simple. Supposing I start with that's the lowest slot, and I happen to refer someone with the higher slot, the earnings, is it still 100%?
Jessica, I actually answered someone who asked the same question a bit earlier, all right?
Maybe
if
I've
your
not done
downline
them.
comes in and he acquires, okay, that's fine. If somebody comes in and he buys higher slots than you,
okay,
those particular transactions via which the person acquired the higher slots, the earnings will bypass you. They will not go to you.
Oh.
All right? The earnings will not go to you because you have not migrated to that higher level. So
okay.
let's keep that in mind, that the beauty of Forsage is in your upgrade. So as you join Forsage, strive hard to upgrade and let your target be slot 12. Do not stop until you get to slot 12. That's the finish line. And once you get to that finish line, it's uhuru all the way. Your business just continues to flourish and flourish.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jessica. Okay, can we go over to Alarakbe? Is Alarakbe available? Please unmute your mic. Alarakbe is not unmuting his mic. Let's go over to Elvis. Elvis, God's glory. Elvis?
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Elvis.
Good evening. Thank you. It was a nice presentation. I have a few questions, and the question is one. Please, okay, this is not a question, this is a request. I would really need this recording for my prospects, please. That's one. And then question number two, there's something I did for my for my downliners. So what I did was I've actually referred more than 3 persons. So, but based on some of the videos that I on YouTube, which the presenter said have just 3 persons under you. So what I did was when I got the 3 persons complete, so every other person that came, I started adding them under my prospects. So, but then for I have 2 major concerns now. There are some persons who came then with I think about 1 month now. I came in with about 100K, 100,000 naira, and then they bought up to level 3 of X3 and then level 4 of X4. But the issue now is the earnings I've really not seen enough earning for the both of them, these 2 persons in particular. So I have one of them has 1 downliner, while the other has 2 downliners. So I really want to know, maybe get some things clear about that. Thank you.
Sir, excuse me, Elvis, I think you already answered the question where you say that they're not earning much because they have 1 downliner and the other one has 2 downliners. I have to put a because in between the 2 statements because that's actually the reason why they're not earning. All right. You come into a system. I think I need to make this very clear to everybody who is participating, not just to Elvis's question. Forsage is a business, not a recreational activity. All right. If you run it as a recreational activity, you will get recreational results. If you run it as a business, you will get business results. It's just that simple. So if it works for A, it must work for B, all right, under the same circumstances. It must work because that's how the system is designed to work. What some of us have not taken time to do is to find out what the people who are growing and earning are doing to excel. All right, if you have just 2 participants under you, you haven't even started. I dare to say that you haven't started. You're just at the beginning, right? You need to be deliberate about your business. You need to go out and recruit because Forsage is a multi-level marketing business. That's basically what it is. I agree that spillovers will come in the course of your journey, but please let's understand that spillovers come in to complement the effort that you're putting in. So if there's no effort, there's nothing for spillovers to complement, even if at all they come. So with 2 participants under them, that you put 100K there, even if it's $500,000 you put there, you will still get about the same results, except that perhaps the earnings will be slightly bigger, but at the same ratio. Somebody who put in 100,000, you put in 500,000, you're not doing anything, and you expect your business to grow. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. I need to be very upfront with the truth. It doesn't work that way. You need to go out and recruit. You need to be deliberate about driving your business. You need to find a strategy that will work for you. All right, Elvis. So that's the answer for your 2 persons. That's why they are not earning.
Okay, but then there's one other account that I saw of a guy who had just 1 person under him, and he had close to about $12,000 or so.
Perhaps what you also fail to understand, 2 things, Elvis.
Okay.
You need to look at that account, all right? Okay. Find out how many levels that person has bought and compare it with the number of levels your person has bought.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
That's one. And then find out how old that account is compared to the ones your downliners have.
Okay.
So you find that there are people who signed up sometime in March, April. They haven't recruited, but they bought up to level 12. Okay. All right, and level 12 at the time was probably somewhere around $27,000. That's what they expended in acquiring those slots.
Okay.
Okay, but now they are somewhere around $35,000, $40,000. But maybe with just one recruitment, or without even any form of recruitment. But you see how much time they have waited, and then how much money they also invested. So those are factors we need to consider. All right, it's easy to be drawn by the total amount the person has earned, and then we lose sight of how many slots that individual has opened, and then how long he too has been waiting.
That's true.
Yep. All right, Elvis. Thank you. Brilliant questions. Okay, Mr. Waziri. Waziri is back. Can you unmute your mic and ask your question?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Waziri. We can hear you.
Yeah, nice hearing from you. Actually, I'm a newcomer, so I want to buy $200. So I said, let me ask how it's going to be. How it's going to cost me for $200?
It's a fantastic start. It's a fantastic start. You can start with that if that's what you can afford. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what. But how much will it cost me? The $200.
Okay. I don't know what the current exchange rate is right now. I don't know how much Ada and Adeso are selling, but it's somewhere around. The exchange rate is somewhere around 475 to 480. So you can use that to multiply your $200. It will give you the Naira equivalent if you're based in Nigeria. But if you're outside of Nigeria, I'm sure you'll probably get it for less than that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks so very much. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Waziri.
Yeah.
All right. HTC Desire.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. We can hear you.
Yeah, good evening. Or can you hear me?
It's breaking. You may need to change your position a bit.
Hello? Okay, just give me a minute. Let me try to change my position. Can you hear me now?
Okay, slightly better now. You may go ahead with your question, please.
Yeah, my name is Joseph. Hello?
Not sure. Hello, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, better now.
Okay, my name is Joseph. Please, I'm a novice. I'm trying to my first time. I've been listening, trying to understand what is going on. So I still need more explanation because I have a lot of people listening with me here, so that we can know what to do and also to know how to participate.
Okay, Joseph, if I heard you correctly, I think you mentioned that your name is Joseph. To attend the Zoom calls. If this is your first time, I don't expect that you would have grasped everything in just one meeting. If you can attend 2-3 times, absolutely fantastic. Another thing you can do, apart from going back to your upline to shed more light on for you, is to be deliberate about the way you seek knowledge on YouTube concerning Forsage. Find out there are lots of videos on YouTube that teach you how Forsage works, best strategy to adopt, and you know, I think that's about it. That should put things in perspective. When you come, after watching those videos, if you come to the Forsage presentation on a nightly basis, if you now have questions on gray areas, we can deal that very easily. All right, but tonight we can't go through that presentation again because that has taken over 40 minutes to do. This is a Q&A segment. We can't go through that process again. But what we can do for you, where you have gray areas after watching videos, please come back here. We'll be available to answer the questions. All right, Joseph, thank you. So can we have Michael and Mercy? Michael and Mercy, can you unmute your mic while Ogochukwu and Mary get set to ask your question after Michael and Mercy? Michael?
Can you hear me?
Absolutely, we can. Good evening.
Good evening. It's actually Mitchell. Okay.
Pardon me.
First of all, I heard about this today. Some persons who actually have a good interest showed all of this to me, but I decided to take the initiative to be in the Zoom meeting. That again was delightful, but a lot of things are still not very okay with me. Well, first of all, they did mention about, I think it was that again, the trust wallet, right?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Now, if I own a trust wallet and I buy a value of Ethereum, which I will use in purchasing a value in the S3 or probably the S4. Yeah. Now, I want to understand the value of the Ethereum that are using buying a value in S4, S3 precisely, which goes to my upline. And what then will be in my wallet? Does that mean that my wallet will be empty? Why I, as a prospective, I invest my money that goes to the upline. Then I have to wait for subsequent persons who will be referred by me to invest as well. Then my own case, his own investment in the S3 will be in my wallet. I do not understand that part.
Okay. When you buy something ordinarily, Michelle, if you go out with money in your wallet, you buy some fruits, you know, at the grocery shop. When you leave there, you've paid for the fruits, right? On your way home, does your wallet get full? Or it's empty at that moment?
Empty.
Okay, and then you go and do whatever it is that you do ordinarily. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's a business you do, and then your wallet gets filled again. And then you can come back to the grocery shop and buy more stuff. All right, so it's the same principle. Yeah, you know, they tell you you can't eat your cake and have it at the same time. So when you make a purchase, what you have simply done effectively is that you have invested in a property, in an asset that generates revenue for you. All right, forget about who that money went to. It's of no consequence. What is important is that you have acquired a slot which is functioning as an asset and a revenue generator for you. So it's like someone who, if I come to Michelle now and I say, Michelle, you've built this structure, this block of flats, and I want to buy one block from you. I bought the block. I'm not concerned about the money that I've paid to Michelle. Michelle goes with his money, but that property remains my own, and it remains my own for life. All right? So if I put tenants in that structure, in that building, what happens to my wallet? I earn. When that tenant leaves, another tenant comes in, he does what he pays to me again, I continue to earn. That's basically what you're doing with every single slot that you acquire. Mitchell, is that clear?
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Okay, so that's basically it. All right, thank you. And then you also asked whether, as people come to join you, whether it's the same thing that will be replicated. Yes, that's part of it. It will be replicated for you. And then when you expand your business as well, the system also generates spillovers for you, ultimately, that come to you as bonuses for the effort that you are putting in. It complements what you're doing in the course of driving your business. So your overall growth is not dependent on your effort alone. It depends on your effort, and the system also rewards you via spillovers, even for transactions that you didn't do. So that's the beauty of Forsage. You probably need to watch 2-3 more videos and then participate in the Zoom call again to have it, have a clearer picture. Okay, we will round off with Eno Ekong. Is Eno Ekong there? Eno, can you unmute your mic?
Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Eno Ekong is not speaking.
Can you hear me?
I guess we,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ekong, go ahead.
I have unmuted.
All right, fine. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Please go ahead.
Yes, I speak. Okay. Good evening. Please, what I want to know is this. If your downliner overtakes you, is that voice quarters now vacant? Can you bring another person into that same voice quarters that has been quitted? I don't know if you understand
yes,
my
that's
question.
what happens. That's what happens, all right? When you recycle out from a particular slot, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I was saying, I say you're absolutely correct. That's what happens. When you recycle from a particular slot, that your voice quarters become vacant and available to accommodate more people. But it doesn't mean that those people who are in your structure have disappeared. They have not disappeared. The system just takes them off the dashboard, but they remain your downlines. So whatever other activities that are happening on their platform, the system factors that into your own business. For instance, if they are recycling on their own slots, the earnings still come to you, all right? They will still come to you because there is space for that reinvestment to appear on your dashboard, which was hitherto cleared. I hope that has put things in perspective for you, Enna.
I actually mean those who have overtaken you, who have passed you.
Oh.
They cannot come back now. Yes, I mean those who have overtaken you.
Okay.
And you can no longer earn from them. Can you now bring another person into that very...
I didn't say you can no longer earn from them. For as long as they are ahead of you, yes, you won't be able to earn from them. And the the transaction that took them above you, you have lost those earnings. So the only way you can revert back to that position is if you catch up and possibly overtake them. So that's what happens. When you catch up and overtake them, they become a part of your team. They remain a part of your team, and you continue to earn from whatever it is they are doing, while you also generate spillovers for them in the process.
Okay, I understand now. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Anna. Okay, guys, we've come to the end of today's presentation. Thank you for participating, and always go back to the person who invited you for this call to put you through and guide you in your signing up. Where you have questions, please remember to participate in the call. It's a daily event. 8:30 is the time, and make it early here so that you can get the entire gist of the presentation. And again, like we always say, do not talk to strangers here, all right? People you don't know, don't take phone numbers from them. Do not reach out to them because, you know, when it concerns money, you can't vouch for everyone. So you need to be careful out there. Thank you, everyone, for participating. On behalf of FX Charles, Martin, Eki Traders, Big Tony, and every other admin, Emma and Julian, we say thank you very much for participating. See you tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, Hilary, good night. My network was terribly bad today.
Yeah,
Good night.
Good night.